We put it in Teo's pocket. He put himself in Teo's pocket. And then we went to the place that I still can't remember the name of, talked to Ashira. Ashira, we gave her the Nokia device. Then we went back to the place. Or Astari. We went back to Astari. No, we didn't.
Yup.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
We ended as you guys entered to the teleportation circle back to Astari, which is
Correct.
where. Oh frick! I forgot the music.
You had a whole hour.
Actually, I didn't. I finished doing most of the prep like 5 minutes after we all got here.
I want you guys to know the notes that Micah sent me says, I don't know. They have a list in notes on Discord. Figure something out. I don't know.
I'm not
have
gonna
a
give you
list
my
of notes.
actual session notes.
Nick,
give me
Nick, I want to
anything.
say, Nick, you are a lifesaver. God bless Nick. Shout out to my homie Nick.
Yeah, no, for real.
Nick
I'm
is
gonna
gonna
take
go to
away your
heaven
guys'
and have
abilities
many
to
jewels in his
share
crown
notes.
because he has absolute
I don't-
awesomeness with notes.
My handy dandy notebook is all me, man.
Mine doesn't have cool pictures.
Mine's got pictures of Jack's circlet in it.
It should be called Mel's circlet because he's stuck in it.
Do you know
Well,
the
I
amount
have
of
full notes on
doodling
the
I would
seven.
do?
Hmm?
I would do ungodly amount of doodling. If I
Then
just had-
And we're on
Do it.
Session
is.
24.
Do it, Devin. What's stopping you?
This is all from the first
Yeah.
session. This is just everything that happened in the first session.
He just does hieroglyphs.
Yeah. So it's just like the thing. There's Whisk in here. Let me find him.
I hope years after we all die,
Yes.
somebody finds that notebook somewhere
Wait, hold up.
and deciphers it.
What is that? It's a block.
Yes.
Oh, I see the chest.
On his
Okay.
chest.
Can I see it?
Can we give that to aliens?
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I? Wait.
And then my notes are actually through here. Been dead for 2 years. Glad to be
Okay.
here, no division.
Anyway, now that I remembered to get the music, because I totally
Sure.
didn't forget.
Are you sure?
It's time to play music. It's
I had
time
an
to
interesting
like
day
it.
today. Sorry, invincible brain rot still has not left my system.
Are you sure?
Love that giraffe. Okay, so as you all enter the teleportation circle, as it flares up, you appear back, and off to the side of the island where you initially left with.
Do we need con saves?
Why?
'Cause we got
Throwing
sick.
up. You made us. You made
I
us
made you do con saves
time.
last time because the spell itself faltered.
Oh, dang. That guy
Yes.
sucks at spells.
Well, going to an
I'm kidding.
unfamiliar place requires rolls, and I rolled really bad, so I teleported you to somewhere absolutely unknown, and then we did it again, and it kind of made it there. So, it's like being ripped apart and thrown back together, and then appearing in a tree. It hurts.
Like a sponge.
The typical Tuesday.
Like matter on top of
Yeah,
matter.
in the chest.
So, you all run through the sigil, appearing on the other side, on the island of Astari, and you look and you see the beautiful island that you remember now, barren, empty, same as it was when you left, full well knowing of the dome that is in place, protecting the island within. Connor, if you don't stop sending me memes, I'm gonna kill you.
So, are you saying the teleportation circle
Is outside.
is outside of the dome?
If it was inside,
we knew
you wouldn't
that.
be able to teleport in.
Yeah, we knew it was outside.
Yeah, remember he took us
Fair
to
enough.
that rock?
Yeah.
That,
Speaking
like,
of the sigil being outside of the dome, somebody roll me a d20, please.
Mackenzie.
What? No, we can
Okay.
Smite.
It's okay. I'll do it.
I didn't even look at the camera, so I was cooked.
But this isn't my fault. It's a 5.
It's your
Okay.
fault.
What are we doing?
They
Everybody's
100% found us, Mackenzie. Thank you very much. The kingdom found us. We're cooked.
Yep.
How do you feel about that?
You know, I took no blame for this. So really, it's your fault.
I could have rolled.
Thank you.
You show up,
Here, you want me to roll? I'll
a
roll.
little satyr that doesn't know anything, and you
You
kill
know-
us all.
My question is, have you ever thought about changing your clothes? Because they're gonna be looking at you and they're gonna be like, "Wow, that one really weird guy has been wearing those same exact clothes for a really long time."
We've discussed.
I'm
the
sorry. Have
different
any of
hats.
you changed your clothes? I don't think we've ever discussed anybody ever changing
Absolutely.
their clothes.
I got a cloak and I lost it.
We've discussed
Okay.
Teo and his different hats.
I've technically been wearing different cloaks over different days.
Sandrick is just musty, dude.
Teo's been
Yeah.
replacing
He's
his
just-
hats.
He's a druid. Like,
Yeah.
they don't sweat or anything, probably. So they're
What
just
does that
I've been,
mean?
whenever I see a person with a hat that I want, I
Devin,
take
who
their
told
hat
you
and
this
then
information?
and then I put my hat on
I
their
just,
head.
it's like how
What does your clothes look right
you
now?
just like you see a druid and you're like, oh, they don't stink. They're
I don't
like,
know.
They don't put in any hard
Cowboy hat.
work.
Cowboy hat?
You know, while we're at it,
Yeah.
they're immortal.
Devin,
Yeah.
Well,
I
actually,
mean,
it's on island time now, so it's a sun hat. But I really
Oh,
want.
so it's like a
Devin,
thing?
that's not true.
Yeah,
Is it a magic
Straw
hat that
or, like,
changes?
wick or-
you
it's
can
like
use
wig. It's like the one that your
Druidcraft,
mom
Devin.
wears.
I could make my. It's like an illusion, though. It's not like.
Oh, man, it's a
Right, it
mom.
would be like creating a cologne for yourself kind of deal.
Could I just use gust and kind of just like spritz myself with nature's air? You know what I'm saying?
So
That's
if you
really
are
good.
super sweaty and you walk into the wind, does that make you not smell bad?
Can I cast prestidigitation on Sandrick?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
That will work.
So does that just like
Jokes.
get rid of all my bo?
Yeah.
Like
It fully cleans you up.
Joke's on you. She actually did it to soil yourself.
It's weird.
J.U.? You guys see a water Azamar. Or not Azamar, what are they?
No, see?
Ganazi, thank you. Why did I say Azamar? A water Ganazi with a great sword. Walk by. No, I'm kidding. What are we doing? You guys have
was like, for
exited
real.
the sigil. The dome lies before you in its invisible state.
Walk into the dome.
Okay.
yeah.
As you guys enter
Would you
the
say? Oh, sorry.
No.
I was gonna make a really stupid joke.
I was also making a stupid joke. You can go.
That's normal for all of you. I expect this behavior.
Can it be Doug's Dimmadome?
I hate you.
Nice.
I hate you.
Wait a minute. Hold
No,
up.
that's too much of a derail. We're already late.
We passed the Nokia. Can we get Doug's Dimmadome?
I'm sorry, what?
This is why I don't let you guys get anything, because I let you get one thing and then you test your limits more and more.
Well, the guy who put up the dome, his name is Doug, right?
know.
So
I understand what you're going with.
Okay,
The
what
name
about
of the spell is
chrome?
Mordecaiden's Private Sanctum.
sounds like Doug's Dimmadome.
As you
Anyway.
enter into the Arcane Asylum, the place that you have known to be the leading force of the Resistance, the last hope for magic users, and those that call upon the Aether on this continent, and probably for the entirety of the world unless someone else steps in. And you enter in, and you look around. And you notice that it's grown in size. There's a few more huts and tents. There's a small coliseum? Interesting. There's what looks to be a few more people roaming about. And there's a bit more voices now that you've entered and you can hear them all. They've grown in size by a decent bit. And they have apparently found new ways to entertain themselves.
It'd be crazy if it was like rat fighting.
You're a rat.
Faces of that.
Give me some cheese and I might just turn into one.
Stop.
Yeah, I'll look around and be like, well, looks like they've grown a bit in size.
For sure. There's definitely more people here.
I kind of thought we were like the only recruiting force, but it's glad to see that's not true.
Certainly feels like it doesn't it?
We were gone for what? 2, 3?
Roughly 3 months.
3 months.
So the spring from when you left has now turned into the early stages of summer.
I'll just like hit it with the. Well, what else? I wonder what else is new, and start walking forward. Look, dude. What do you want from me?
No, I'm sorry.
I
I have Discord.
I
up on
would
my
like to
left
go to
monitor.
the Coliseum. What is at the Coliseum?
Okay. Where are
How
we
big is
all
this
going
Coliseum?
to the arena?
Is there wagering?
Sure, I'll go.
Is there gambling?
You had your chance to gamble. Yes, of course
I'm
there's
not
gambling. It's a fighting ring.
I have non-existent funds, so that's all right.
Good.
Okay, so we're all going to the arena.
Yeah, I want to go see what's going on. What's
How could
new.
they erect such a building in 3 months?
Well,
Magic.
I will explain to you as you get closer so that you can see what it's made out of. So as
Oh,
you
it's made
guys
out of walls.
start walking towards the arena, there's not a lot of people there. You gather that probably there isn't a match going on at this current moment in time. But as you get close, you notice the entire thing is made out of stone. And it's not like carved masonry that made this building. It looks like someone just took parts of the earth and ripped it straight upwards. And that this entire thing was just made out of like there's just blocks of stone moved up and over and around and carved away, and it's not elegant, but it's functional and it works pretty well. Are you going to go in? Are you going to go look around it? Are you just going to look at it from on the street?
Is there anybody like gathered? Like you said, there's probably not a match, but is this like a fairground sort of deal, or what's up?
Not really like a fairgrounds. There's still not really that many people here. There's still more, but not many. And looking out and around, there's people walking by it in like the streets and stuff, just kind of like going to the shops that exist and going and going back to their homes, going to go to their jobs because they're trying to maintain some sort of society here. There's a couple people that are like, there's like a booth that a couple people are sitting in, just kind of like waiting. Kind of like, well, maybe someone will walk up and offer to fight, or someone will come and book a reservation or something. Or it's a fairly new construction, so there's not a lot of structure to the way it's run yet.
But it's distinctly an arena and not an amphitheater.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have known what that word meant if I've never played Civilization 6.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
I still don't. I just imagine it's like a play theater. I don't know.
So
An outdoor theater.
yeah, an amphitheater is, yeah, it's an outdoor theater. I mean, it probably could be used for that, and it wouldn't be hard for them to turn it into something like that and make a stage in the middle, but it's not like completely closed off. So like you can glance through some spots and see that like it's a pit. It's not a deep pit, but like it's a sand pit on the bottom, obviously used for battling.
Well, if there's people sitting there, could I walk up and just ask, like, excuse me, what is all this?
The people sitting there inside that little booth are like kind of talking to themselves. They didn't notice you walk up, and so you speak, and like they go, "What?" Who? And like they lean over and look down at you, and, as you're like looking up at them, and they go, "It's you new around here?"
We've been gone for a few months. We just got back.
Well, this is the Grand Arena, where warriors of all can come test their mettle. Or, just their fists. We have different kinds of matchups. Are you looking to compete? And then he, sizes you up and then goes, or maybe you're just here to watch. Book a spot for the next match.
I think you should compete, Sanric.
I think you should too.
You got to show them what's up.
Maybe not. I mean, what type of opponents do you fight?
Well, we have two matchups right now. We have either those with weapons and those in unarmed combat. Magic, in the sense, is usually a little bit... we don't really... The rules on magic aren't as fully established, but it's more of along the lines of... not full-on spells. Like, if a paladin walked in, that'd be one thing. But if a wizard walked in and threw a fireball, that's a completely different thing.
What if
Oh,
it's two
so-
wizards,
Fun though.
two fireballs.
If it was a wizard fighting a wizard, I'm sure it would be fun. But we're going for even matches, to get the crowd roaring, It's no fun if someone gets hit with a fireball and is immediately unconscious. Because, let's be honest,
I think I could take it.
wizards don't really have a lot of strength when it comes to their durability.
Terry could take a fireball though.
Sizes you up. I'm sure you could. But it would be a lot more fun to watch the swing of blades and see the sparks as... No? Well,
No.
then
You've never seen Teo in a fight.
I have no idea who any of you are.
You know what Hunger of Hadar looks like?
Nobody does.
See, now that got... I can't be
Careful.
No,
Hadar.
but I'm sure it's a spell.
Jack is gonna hit us with the old special, nuke his entire party, and run away.
An oldie but a
opinion,
goodie.
run
If it
away.
ain't broke, don't fix it.
Sandrick, you should, I think you should sign up. You got to remember what you told those guys. I wouldn't want to mess with us.
It's been 5 months since I've been in the slurpy darkness, and I would like to avoid it for as long as I can.
We not call it the slurpy darkness.
This
The
dark.
guy in the booth is just kind of slowly leaning back from the window and just what is going on here? The other guy just kind of looks at him and shrugs.
I'm gonna look
Adventurers,
up, look back up to him and be like, is there any sort of reward for winning?
Of course there's a champion pot. I mean, you kind of get paid for fighting to begin with. Even if you lose, but there is a champion's pot.
I whisper to Sandrick, I was like, what if you think they'd allow you to turn into a bear?
They said magic wasn't allowed.
not
Excuse me.
They didn't specify what kind of magic. Yes, I'm still here. Haven't
What if I... Oh, dang, hold up. I don't know if I can turn into a bear.
You've turned into one before, I'm sure you have.
I'm saying you probably have a bear, but it's not a high-leveled one.
Yeah, I don't know if I juped that one.
Don't you have a brown bear?
I turn into a
Well,
horrible
not a brown
bear.
one, maybe a black one, but not a brown one.
Not as in the bear itself is horrifying. It's just not a very good bear.
Puts on a
Anyone can
bear
turn
onesie.
into a bear.
Hold up.
I turn into Winnie the Pooh.
See, I'm a druid too. Puts on a onesie.
I do have a bear. Okay. Could I turn into animals? Would that count?
Oh, you're a druid. I'm sure that if you turned into a bear, that could be considered unarmed combat.
He's got bear arms.
Would that be fair?
I mean, if a paladin can walk in and smite, I'm sure a bear would be considered fair.
Well,
Paladins, man,
who
they're
would
no
I
joke.
who would I talk to if if our party wanted to enlist?
Me? Are you saying you're willing to
Oh,
fight?
we should do a team fight. That would be fun.
Oh no.
I don't know if we have the personnel right now for a what you would call 2 versus 2. This is still a pretty fairly new establishment, and we don't have that many fighters.
Okay, but give
But I
us
could
1
probably scratch
second.
something around if you really wanted to try, but it would have to be in a specific weight class of either with weapons or without, and I would put the bear in the without weapons.
That's fair.
I don't think it
All
is.
I'm gonna just be like, could you give us a second?
Yeah.
Turn around and be like, you know, this actually could be a good opportunity.
Could be fun.
We've been kind of getting rusty. We haven't fought in a while, so this could be a chance to freshen up.
Well, last time you turned into a bear, I think I saw you rip. I believe it was like a orc in half. No, it wasn't an orc. What was it?
It was
at the
an
burn.
orc.
It was
It
at
was an
the
orc.
burning. Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't try to hurt anyone here.
You know, I'm
It
not
is
incredibly
all
down with-
considered unarmed, so there is no killing. You do get punished for that.
I would
my
never
God, that's
hurt
crazy.
anyone. I
Just so you all would be aware of the rules. That's like the biggest rule is no killing.
We send you to bed without dessert.
More like we
That's
lock
for
you
killing
up,
a-
but yes,
That's
no
fair.
dessert.
Yeah.
That too.
But- I don't know about you two, but Teo, would you
Yeah.
want to sign up?
Sure.
I just have a DM question.
Yeah.
In what way is a bear fair of an unarmed fight?
Because he's got bare arms.
Because he has bare arms, claws attack, and bite attack.
He has his Second Amendment rights. What am I to deny him those?
God bless America.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, stop. No.
Would you two want to join as well?
Incredibly down with fighting just for the sake of fighting. So
It'd be for
down
money.
for no.
For money.
Do we need money?
He already has enough money.
I don't
Well-
think we could win in a fight anyways.
I was like,
I think it would be fun.
Is there weight class divisions?
Sure.
Because
You're gonna be
combined
going
we're
up
You
probably
should
at
go
against
against a
230.
level 3 monk.
Dude, you're gonna go up against some peasant on the street. You're just gonna start losing. Like, oh my god,
Just a random guy goes, I can
got some
fight you.
hand.
And just like parts bubbling. And he's like, I don't have my hunger of 8R. I don't know what to do.
I can't win in a punch fight.
There's
Do
a
you
weapon one.
zero
There's a
damage?
weapon division. There's an unarmed
Yeah.
one, and then there's a weapon one. So there's one where nobody can use an actual weapon, and then there's one where you can only use weapons, or you don't have to, but it'd be recommended
If
to.
this were a fighting arena for only like more like martial like
Yeah, it's more
classes.
martial than anything.
like I'm sure they have like a wizard division or like an artificer division where it's like because I mean like most of these people here are in fact wizards.
Well, he
Or,
talked
like-
about it. They haven't figured out the
Yeah.
rules on that.
Yeah, say.
We could figure it out for
Wizards
them.
get to a certain level, and then all of a sudden they're rewriting reality. So using their spells in a combat arena this small, someone casts Meteor Swarm, and the entire crowd dies.
That would be funny though.
That would be bad for business.
It would be just like copious amounts of
True.
magic missiles.
Like, can you
Just like,
imagine?
This is the cantrip division actually.
You guys can only use cantrips.
Consumed by the hunger of Hadar. Sitting in
Nick's
the
just
Haven't
like,
really have many
Eldritch
divisions.
Blast.
Jack, Noah, would you want to join?
Not unarmed. You know, I have a book I can smack him upside the head, but other than that, I can't do that much else.
Well,
It's just like,
okay.
I will gladly
I-
cheer you guys on.
I'll look up and be like, well, I would like to join, and I'll look over at Teo.
Yeah, I'll sign up.
are you doing individually, or do I need to try and scramble together a multi-persons match?
If it's individually, do they fight each other?
Unless they want
I think most.
to.
I think a team would be fun, honestly.
I can call you Teo and the bear.
I think that would be all right. I wouldn't mind fighting in groups in a team.
All right. So, there is probably two options. We haven't been around that long, but we still have what we would consider our champion. So you can go against the champions, which the pot for that for winning that would be 500 gold.
Oh, jeez.
Or you can go against just your normal run-of-the-mill average fighter that I just put in here. That looks like they would pretty much evenly go against you and a bear. And that pot would be probably 150 gold to the winner. There is a 20 gold apiece down payment.
Wow.
But you will be given 30 gold regardless, win or lose, as compensation for the fight and the injuries you will sustain. But if you wish to go against the champions, then it will be a 50 gold down payment per person.
And can we choose?
And you will be given only the down payment back on loss.
Can we? Is this unarmed and armed
That's
for
up to
either
you.
one?
It's your choice.
Quick question: is one of the champions' names Kadek by any chance?
Crazy.
That'd be a wild guess.
It's not a guess.
He is not, but he has participated a few times and has become really close.
Where did you guess that? That's wild.
It's
I think-
Elijah's
That's
character,
Elijah's
bruh.
character.
I know.
You're telling me
You're not
Elijah's
playing it-
character
you're not-
wouldn't do that? Elijah's character is basically Elijah. He would do it.
Yeah, that's true.
He goes, "Wait, there's a fight."
Fight arena?
Friend.
Hold my mead.
Looking over, I'm guessing you would want to do an armed fight, right, Teo?
I mean, I could go either way.
With or without weapons, what are we doing?
Maybe we should move Wick out of your pocket before you fight.
Oh, for
They get-
sure.
They can get left and rights, but also smite. Damn.
You can smite in either, technically, because you're making an attack.
Yeah. I know.
What if one of them's a monk?
You're good.
Unarmed
We'd be
or
so cooked.
with weapons?
I would say with weapons, you do a lot more good there.
Okay. Okay, are we doing the champion pot? It's worth more, but you don't get any money for winning. You just get your deposit back. Or for losing, sorry. You get your deposit back. Or are you doing off the street normie pot where it's like, so it's in a decent bit of gold, I guess, but you get $10 gold if you lose. Regardless, just for participating.
I feel like we shouldn't rock up in here being like, we're the best. We're gonna destroy absolutely everyone. Look
I
at us.
don't know, fresh
I feel like that feels.
new fighters against the champions. Those always stir up a crowd.
Oh man, I'm
You guys
thinking.
took on Dragon a couple weeks
You're the
ago.
champions. You might as well.
It feels a bit pretentious, you know?
You don't have to go walking in being all cocky all like. You can just show up and fight, and we'll do all of the advertising, and trust me, it will be a show.
How
you
long
can
will it take
fight.
to set up?
If you're not feeling confident, that's okay. And I can set something up that's a little bit easier.
How long would it take to set up?
Depends on which one you go for.
You guys should do the champion.
You
Nobody
hear
should-
in your heads from Jack's mind link.
I'm gonna look over at Teo.
Teo, you've killed a literal dragon.
also poor. But Sandra owes me money.
Exactly.
No,
But if you
I'll
win, it's
pay-
500
no.
gold. And you
That's
get the
true.
money
Ooh.
back. You're not losing the money. You get that money back. It's a down payment for if you don't show up, then they will keep it.
Okay.
It's just like, I will be
I don't
there.
have 50 gold.
I will
Well.
pay for it.
Okay.
I said I
Cool.
would cover you with, because you're giving me
Okay.
all your money.
Then sure. I'll do it. Why not?
The champions?
The champions?
Ah,
If
Sure.
The champions it is. All right.
Oh,
Come
where's my
back
cook?
in about... He stops and he like leans out of the booth and looks up at the sun. Come back in about a day and a half from now.
all right.
I'll have it set up. The champions are basically on, well, they're just a stone's throw away from me.
Ooh.
I was gonna say
They're
speed
on
dial,
site,
and I
if you
realized
will.
that doesn't exist in this world.
We got the champions in one corner. Ah,
And we
against
got these
memory
nerds in the
loss.
Get this guy.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of cooked because we
Oh,
got
we're
a
so
bear.
cooked.
I'm gonna spend
You also
like the
have-
rest of the day making posters.
Do you have Direwolf
Oh.
too, Devin?
Huh?
You have Direwolf too.
Do I?
The mountain goat too.
Yeah, Mountain Goat too. Well, the thing
Ooh,
is,
fish, too.
it's those are health pools for you, Devin. You have a whole hit pool as the bear, and then you go down, and then you come back as a bear again.
That's true. We'll see.
Also,
So-
are we allowed to do healing?
I mean, if you do it, they'll do it.
All right.
Oh, it's like this. It's like when the end of Pokemon when you're like,
It's like silvery.
he's
hot.
almost dead, and then it's like, but I just used a full restore. You're like, you're the champion.
You're not allowed to do that. The bosses are allowed to heal. Just so I know, can I get names and, well, if we're doing groups, a group name.
Oh God, a group name?
My name is.
Take it away, Sanric.
We're giving both our
yes,
names.
he
and a
wants
group
your
name.
names and a group name.
My name is Sanric Brewflower.
All right.
I'm Teo Hornbranch.
Both made of
Oh.
trees. Got it. And you got a
What
group
could
name?
our? The Fairy Fist. Oh yeah, let's go.
The fairy.
Let's-
Okay.
All right. Come back in about a day and a half, and we'll get this show started. And he turns to his
do
buddy,
I-
who's basically asleep next to him in the booth, and he like slaps him across the face, and he's like, "What?" And he grabs him by the shoulder, and he goes, "We have a show to put on." And the guy just looks at him so out of it, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Come on!" And he grabs him, and then he runs out of the booth. And then he runs back, and he puts like a close sign in front of the booth, and he runs back away.
I'm gonna look at Teo and be like, "Do you think that was a too much?"
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah. Should we let the council know that we're back, or like someone relatively?
He'll figure it out.
we just
All right,
challenge.
you guys have a day and a half. What are we doing in that time?
I think we have to go find the council.
Yeah, for now. Oh, yeah.
It says, I know it's backwards. Hold on, wait, perfect.
No, it's not. It's not backwards. It
It
wasn't.
was.
Put it back.
No, put it back.
Oh, wait.
Somebody clip that.
I got it.
Chat, clip that.
Tree daddy
Yeah.
support. Tree daddy support.
Chat, clip that.
I got it, dude. I got it. Hold
To
up.
me, it's backwards, and then all I had to do, because it's Sharpie, it's now no longer backwards to me.
No, it's forwards when you put it in the camera.
Say it's inverted for you, but it's not for us.
Crazy. We should
It
go
would
find
be
the
funny if
council.
the council found out we were back because Henrik and I were fighting.
Free daddy support.
Dude, it's so good. All right. Well, yeah, I think we need to check in. So are we?
I got a day and a half. I can cook up some more posters.
You're making those?
I just took a piece of paper and drew out this. Yes.
I didn't realize you were making them.
Don't worry.
Oh, that's
It's gonna-
bad. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's concerning. Oh, no.
This isn't getting better for us.
No, this is nothing for you. It's everything for me. Oh, frick. Oh, it's fine. We're good. Never mind. Fine. Sorry, I went to go open a folder on my computer and it goes, that drive path doesn't exist. And I went, what? It's because I redid my computer and that drive got plugged in last, so it has a new drive path. It still exists. We're all good. I have access to all my things.
Okay. Well.
You guys are called the fairy fighters, right?
Yeah.
Fairy fists is what he said.
Oh yeah, the fairy fist.
Okay, what do we have to tell the council?
I don't think there's nothing. I think they know everything that we did.
That's true.
We did find magic water in a cave. And
Yeah,
I
but
think a few
will
things
later.
we can keep to ourselves.
Oh, I didn't see Devin posted it too.
I mean, they don't need to know everything.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. Holy
what if
shit,
the
I'm
magic
stupid.
water helps their thing?
That's true, but we don't know yet.
But what if it amplifies the magic of the
Of the
scrying
yeah.
amulet?
I mean, I don't want to
Yeah,
put more
true.
on either of your plates, but what if we tried to figure it out ourselves first, and then maybe when we have more knowledge about what it does or what it could be used to do,
I wonder if they'll let me work with the amulet.
they might.
I should ask about that.
Should we
Probab-
also keep, the dimension portal a secret?
Oh yeah, for sure on that one.
Okay.
We could, just let them know that we're back, but we have been gone for a while, and it would be nice to just kind of relax for a spell.
There's no way you said
I
that after
agree.
goes. I think I'll fight.
We need to relax for a bit. I have an upcoming fight, guys.
Well, think about it. Like, okay, above table. Think about it. We've been literally gone in the woods. We haven't met too many civilizations. Here and there we have, and like we were just at a city, but like we've been roughnecking it for like the
You've
past
had
month.
every opportunity to go around and explore cities and do stuff. I have made
No.
every opportunity available to you, and you went,
We had a great time.
I have a quest. I will do only the quest.
That is what we did.
We did do that.
You be
We
fair.
had a lovely time.
And this
We
is
made so
this
much
is me
food.
breaking off.
Technically, you have your Harry Potter tent.
Yeah.
We haven't heard.
And this
guess
is what I'm
That's
saying.
not going to change.
We have Harry Potter tent. We have goulash. What else do we need?
The roll higher
That's all
than
they
a
have
five.
We need.
We're going to
What
have
if we?
Harry Potter tent and goulash here, too.
Exactly.
What
Because
if
that's
we?
where I got the tent from.
This is what I'm thinking. We've been gone for so long. What if we just took a week or two, relax?
We did get a whole militia.
But what about the government? What can they do in a week or two that we're taking off?
Not a big fan of the government.
No, I'm saying we got a whole militia. We deserve a break.
Yeah, but the militia's
No,
coming.
yeah.
here.
You don't know.
The militia's doing something.
Correct.
I think we could take a week.
We could
Alright.
could get whatever. We could ask the council for whatever information they might have gained, and then we can decide our next move from there. But we have been gone for a very long time, so it'd be nice to take some time to relax.
What are we doing right now? You are sitting in front of the now closed stand to the Colosseum. well, it's a pretty small coliseum. Coliseum's a pretty grand word for what this is. You are sitting at the closed ticket booth of this arena. Where are we going? What are we doing?
I say we go to the council and let them know we came back, and then ask if anything's developed while we were gone.
I think I don't know how to
That sounds
draw.
good to me.
Huh?
Nothing.
Me too, buddy.
You don't know how to draw? Did you try to draw a poster, dude?
Well, I tried to draw 3, and then I didn't like how any of them turned out.
That's real, honestly.
So 4th time's a charm.
Proud of you.
So we'll just start.
All right, to the council chambers.
It's okay with everyone. We'll just start headed through the town.
You guys start making your way to the council chambers. Are we detouring at all, or are we straight beelining
No,
over
that's
there?
where we're going.
All right.
Do we notice anything different
More people.
on our way there?
While passing by the forge, you did catch a glimpse of Caddick working in the forge.
Oh.
Do we see Steven anywhere? I wouldn't recognize Steven, so I couldn't look for him specifically, but
Do we see Steven?
Why would you not
Anyone
recognize
who wishes
Steven?
to look for Steven can
We
make a
never met.
perception check. Teo, you can make
She
it
wasn't-
with disadvantage because you don't know what he
Teo-
looks like.
Wasn't
They was in
there?
sock puppets.
nope, I was
Teo
doing
has
fine.
only what you have told him.
Shadow puppers.
So if Teo wishes to try and look for Steven, Teo must make with a disadvantage. Everyone else can make a normal roll if they desire.
Why not? I'll do it.
I got a nat 1, but it was a 7, so.
What am I rolling?
Perception if you're looking
I got
for
a
Steven.
3. I got a 3.
5.
All right. Keeping an eye out, you guys walk towards the council's building, the city hall, if you will. No sign of Steven. Granted, you aren't looking too hard. You're like kind of like doing that like surveying the area, and if you see him, you'll go, oh, there he is. Otherwise, you're like just kind of like looking at everything else, and just kind of letting your passive glance try and catch him. No sign of Steven. As you make your way up to the gates of the very thin, basic gates, where 2 guards reside. They're not in uniform. You know there's no uniform here. They have a simple pauldron made of leather. And that's how you determine if they're actual guards, because they don't have any resources for anything else. One carrying a great sword on his hip. The other one, 2 daggers upside down on his back. Standing there, arms crossed as you walk up. Can I help you?
Yeah, we just like to check in with the council. They sent us off on a mission a while back, and we've just returned.
Right. I think I recognize you. Alright, well, your funeral, I guess. Okay. And you just, the gun, the daggers opens the gate and lets you in. There's no formalities here.
Our funeral.
Well,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I mean, you know how Tauros can get.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that's true.
Good luck.
It is
And
our
if they
funeral.
ask, I
forgot
wasn't
about
the
that
one
guy.
that let you in.
Don't even know your name. Noted.
Good?
Yep.
Good luck.
I've never seen you before in my life.
He's just giving you a thumbs up as you keep walking on. He closes the
You're
gate.
welcome.
Any of you with a passive perception of at least 15 notice the guy with the great sword just kind of like... not upset, just amused. As you walk towards the entrance of the building, you open the doors, set with the familiar hall in front of you. Do you just go straight into the council chamber?
Yeah, that's.
Are there doors?
Yeah, there's doors. It's not just straight into a chamber.
I was like, I would politely knock.
You hear muffled conversations stop as you like put 2 knocks on the door. And
Honey, I'm home.
the door cracks open a bit and the little servant pops their head out and goes, can we help you?
We've come back from a very long mission, and we wanted to quick talk to the council.
Do they know you're coming?
I think they might have had a general idea, but
I
no.
will see if they're willing to speak with you. One moment, please. And they close the door and you wait a couple
Dude, if they don't
moments.
speak with us, I'm gonna murder them.
Bear time.
I am
The
going to
servant comes
send
back
a
and opens the door and goes, they will see you, but please try and make it quick. They are in the middle of a lot of different work. And they open the double doors, and you see, not the whole council isn't here. Orlod's there. Tauros is there. Not sitting at the council seats, but sitting off to the side is Zakia. And
Which one is Ikea?
Zakia is the blue tiefling. He owns the tinkering shop.
Yep.
And with his custom made getup of all of his different utensils and stuff and his fancy weird looking crossbow things on his hips. And his little glasses, his little goggles that with the different magnifications. There is the Dragonborn, the golden Dragonborn. A red tiefling and Eno. And as you walk in, Orlod goes, welcome. I see that you have made your way back from Shira.
Yes, we had. We used the teleportation scroll that we were given.
That is what it was for. Do you have any other news to give?
Not especially. We were hoping to hear any updates you guys had.
And the updates we have indeed. Right, Tauros? And he just kind of like, last you saw him, he was a very grumpy guy. He has heavy bags under his eyes. For a wood elf, mind you, heavy bags under his eyes. He looks absolutely exhausted. And he's just kind of, doesn't have the energy to be cranky. And he just looks at him and he goes, yes, we have made quite the advancement while you were away. And Orlod goes, indeed we have. And he reaches below his desk. Hang on to these, just for you lot. And he pulls up 4 amulets. They are all different in design. They're not all the same, but you do recognize one, and that was the amulet you gave them when you first arrived. We have managed... Well, let's be more real. Tauros, doing most of the work with some of my help, and a few of the other mages here, have managed to replicate the enchantment onto multiple of these, and these are of the first 4 we have created. So the original one is here, and 3 more. We still have 1 for duplicating the enchantment. And these are... Call it a reward for your service, and a thank you for allowing us to have the amulets in the first place. And like the servant brings them all over to you guys, handing you each an amulet.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, how fast do you think you will be able to replicate these?
Tauros just like hand on his face, leaned into his part of the table, just looks up and goes, how long were you gone?
Several months.
That's how many I made in that time. It is exhausting.
Oh.
I only need 4 hours of sleep, and I'm not even getting that. And Orlad's like, okay, all right, we understand. And he's like, am I actually needed for this? And Orlad just goes, I mean, yes, you're on the council, and we have other matters to discuss when they leave. He just face plants into the desk. Still as cranky as ever.
What was the name?
With the help of Ashira, we are starting to coordinate movements. We are starting to amass more people. Being able to say we have an army is enough to get most people to up the morals, to get more to join. Every able-bodied warrior is one step closer to victory.
That's good. Do you think with the help of Belarus, would you be able to produce these any quicker?
All right. They are sending... Did you tell him they were sending what? You did. With the help of those wizards from the elves, it will definitely give Tauros here, who just kind of like does this while still face planted in the desk. It will definitely make it so he could sleep, which is, I'm sure he's very grateful for. Then he just gives another thumbs up. But the speed will probably increase a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So, how are we doing on support? Are we anywhere near being able to actually start planning attacks?
Well, your friend Chase has gone and spoken with the Order of the Vanquished on our behalf. He's currently not here. He left some time ago, and I mean, he does belong to their guild. Communication's difficult from where we're located. But with any hope, he should be returning eventually. When, we're not sure. But if we get the help of those assassins, coordinated attacks on critical choking points, maps that we don't even know exists, and knowledge of the city and their interworkings will be available to us, as they are a network of spies. Well, and assassins. They're really good at what they do. They only do a few things, but they are the best.
Is there any way we could perhaps help get in contact with them?
Probably not their... If you manage to find them, it's because they wanted you to find them, and you would be dead.
Oh.
Yep. Your other friend that you brought, Carl, has gone back to his home continent, and he is explaining the situation to them. With any luck, we will get foreign aid, even if it's just a few ships. Anything to tip the scales. But as far as those friends go, we don't know much, and it's just a waiting game to hear their responses.
Well, certainly sounds that you have been all busy.
We haven't stopped. Your arrival has only made things a little easier for us. The fact that you managed to convince the elves of all people to send aid is amazing. We couldn't have asked for that in the first place. So the fact that you managed it is impressive.
Wasn't an easy task.
I bet not. We've tried.
You should thank Jake more than all of us. He was the one that
Jake.
convinced them.
Jake.
Proud of you, Jake from State Farm. Let's go.
Who is Jake?
With khakis?
Hey,
Jack, look, dude, I'm sorry.
And then, upon saying that, Orlad turns to you, Jack, and goes, "Well, said from all of the council, we thank you very much."
It was no big deal. I just said.
I'm just 30 now.
I'm just way older than I used to be.
I forgot he's 30.
Do you actually say that?
The no big deal part?
No, the older bit.
No.
Okay. Now that you are here in person, I want to know every detail about that temple.
A temple?
Yes, you said you're going to a temple to get what I would assume is any references to Noah's cloak. That artifact.
That's right. That's how we found Ashira.
Yeah.
You don't have to roleplay this bit. You can just say you explain everything.
I know, but we talked about specifically not explaining.
Yeah, that's
you
what.
can say that you explain what you want to explain without explaining everything.
Yeah.
What do you-
We could.
Because we explain about finding the statues
Mhm.
of Magus' first champion.
Right.
And the circlet, but we don't explain about the magic water or the realm portal.
Okay, so you don't tell him about the portal or anything.
And we talk about the wild magic
In the temple?
in the temple that led to Jack being
Okay.
middle-aged.
Interesting.
How much do
Well,
we care if they know about Wick?
Not much.
Not at all? Cool.
Mm.
Then Wick's just running around. He can just
you
climb
just
all
take him
over
out of
if
your
he wants.
pocket and let him run?
Yeah, he's just. I think I took him out as soon as we got on the island, and I'm just like, and you can walk around on my person. So he's probably like on my shoulder.
So, as you're explaining this, he turns to the Golden Dragonborn and goes, "You think there's something we could do for them?" And he turns to him and goes, well, like, good. You know the cost of such a spell." And he's like, "That's fine. Look at what they've done for us." "Fair enough. All right, I'll be right back." And he gets up. "Gotta go get the diamond dust." He walks away. And as he starts to walk away, Wick pops up over your shoulder, and Orlad stops everything he was doing and looks at Wick and leans in. "Is that a fire, kin?"
Small one?
This is Wick.
"I've heard of them only in legend, that is. Where did you find such a creature?"
In our fireplace one night. Actually, Derek found him.
"Who's Derek?"
He's
One
a
of us
Shira's
shared
right hand
one.
man.
"Oh, well, then I'll probably meet him eventually." And he like looks over at Wick and he puts his hand out and he's like, "Come in, little fella." Well, that was a 19 and an 18. And Wick just like looks to you and looks to him and like hops down and then like climbs the desk and hops in his hand, and you notice his hand gets a little brighter and Wick grows a little in size, and he just looks at him. "Aren't you the cutest little thing? It's impressive that you managed to befriend one. I've heard they are quite skittish." And like he sets him on his shoulder, and Wick like climbs into his flaming hair and like just sits down. It's just, have I explained that Orlad's a fire Ganazi? I think I have at one point in time. Yeah.
I just figured it out.
I mean, I've explained his flaming hair at least once, but I don't think I've ever given a detail every time you've walked up to see him. And he's like,
I've only really ever seen him once, so.
right,
We hear him a lot.
that's true. It is impressive that you befriended one.
I mean, I guess. He was just hungry.
Kinda
I
friendly,
mean, they
actually.
consume fire. I mean, if they burn out, they die.
Yeah.
So they're always hungry in a sense. They just don't experience hunger the same way we do.
Like Charizard.
Sure. I know
Like
Pokemon.
Oh my gosh.
And like
It's
you,
not
you
like
can see him,
Charizard.
he's like kind of like chilling in his hair, like as if, and like you've noticed the hair of Orlod has like gone down a little, and that Wick is kind of just enjoying the fact that he can just passively sit and consume his hair in a sense, because his hair is fire.
He's gonna go bald.
He's eating his hair.
He's absorbing part of it, not all of it.
Just using.
I would love if Orlide got bald.
if Wick moved and he just had a bald spot.
Not high enough, sorry.
Dang.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, my brain's just thinking.
At this point, the Dragonborn Gilshaz comes back with a bag in one hand. All right, let's see if this will work. And he sits down, and he takes the next minute to cast a spell on you, Jack. And right as he begins the spell, he takes the bag and he dumps the whole thing on you, and you're covered in diamond dust, like glitter.
You're so sparkling.
Pizzazz.
He chuckles as he continues the spell, and then he casts Greater Restoration on you, which I learned has a material component of 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust, which I didn't know when I cast it on Senric earlier.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, dang.
Yeah, it's okay. They greenlit it for this one. It's fine. And Jack, you feel your youth rejuvenate back to yourself. Skillshaz steps back and goes, "Yeah, still got it." He goes back to his seat with the empty bag. The glitter has like absorbed into you, used by the spell.
He's Edward Cullen now.
This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
Back to his normal self.
Man is glittering in the sunlight, dude.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. I've been cooking hard with this poster.
It was consumed by the spell.
Can we see it? Are we ready?
No, not yet. It's not ready yet.
Oh my gosh. Better be ready by the fight.
Gilshaz takes his seat, and Orlad takes Wick off of his head. He's like, just looks at him, and he goes, "You are an amazing creature. I'm jealous that I couldn't find one. But alas, you have made your friends, haven't you, little guy?" And he sets him on the desk. And Orlad, like, seeing him gets, like, super, like, chillaxed. It's like when a cat person sees a cat. Like, they could be, like, the most, like, hardened person, and then there's a cat, and like, "Oh, he's the cutest little thing." Like, that's the kind of demeanor he switches to when he sees Wick.
He goes, "Puppy!"
Yeah. He's like, it's... Tauros is, like, face first in the desk, not caring. Zakia is just smiling in the corner, the happiest as he can be, enjoying every second of this. And Orlad turns to you guys and goes, "As much as I would love to spend more time with your little friend, we do have important matters to get back to, and I'm sure you would all like some rest before
Yes.
whatever comes next."
Come back.
Yes, we've
when we're
probably
gonna
taken
set
up a lot of your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So you all turn and leave?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
As
Yeah.
you all turn and leave,
I
Zakia
have
is just like leaning in the corner. Not the corner, but he's like off to the side. He's just leaning there, and he like looks at you guys with the happiest little grin on his face, and he just gives you all like a very big nod and goes, "Good job."
Good job.
Yeah, good job. As you all walk by, like a bit of a whisper shout. And as the doors start to close, you hear Zakia go back up. And he goes, "So anyway, as I was proposing, I could build..." And then the doors close, and you don't hear anything else.
It's prepared.
All right,
Let's see
before
it.
we see the amazing poster created by none other than Jack himself, are we doing anything else? Are we going anywhere else? Are you just going to go rest before your big match tomorrow? Day and a half. Your big match in the day and a half.
Just to confirm, the Greater Restoration did not give Jack any memories.
No.
Because we have seen it give Sandric memories in the past.
Sanric's memories were taken by the
No,
magics
I'm
of the
aware that they're different.
Feywild.
I'm just confirming.
Yes, yes, and this has been I've confirmed it a little bit ago. The big difference is yours were taken by an actual deity
Who was cursed, we were
accidentally.
not.
Your memories, because to put it in a basic sense, I'm sure this is stuff that you pretty much. It's not really lore breaking, because Magus is so shattered and fractured. When he
No,
brought
I
you
know
back,
why.
your memories fractured with him, and so as he's trying to hold himself together, he can't give you your memories fully, otherwise he would lose himself permanently. So until he gets fully healed, he's not able to disperse those back to you because they're inside of his fractured form, essentially. He's holding them, but he can't hold anything because he's literally flickering out of existence. Something a 5th level spell won't be able to just bring back. Maybe a
Yeah.
9th level could, but you don't know anyone with one of those.
Yeah, I know. I was just confirming.
I was just giving you the lore specifics that your characters probably would have been able to infer at this point, if you haven't already.
The only thing I would want to do in the next few days is I don't know if I would want to. I want to figure out if the Dragon Riders are still, northwest, or if they're still out there.
Okay. Is that in the next few days, or is that after your, like, in the next day, or like after your fight?
I don't know if I want to revisit the council, but you know that guard that we ran into before? What's his name?
Which
Derek?
one?
Oh, what?
I'm assuming the one we just spoke to.
Althidian?
No.
No, that was the
Althidian,
one
is
from
that
last
it?
week.
Which one, Devin? Where did
The
you
one
meet him?
when we first ran it came onto the island, and he was
Mm.
like the captain.
Right.
What was his name? What did I write it down?
He's somewhere. in my
Carl?
notes.
No.
No.
I'm
Carl
very.
was with us. He was French.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
No.
I kind of forgot about that guy. That doesn't mean he's not in my notes. I just forgot about him.
Well, anyway, if I could, I would go talk to him and see if he's heard anything.
Absolutely beautiful.
I appeased.
okay.
I appeased the DM.
All right.
I don't know.
Oh, I have so many notes in there. Google.
This notes thing kind of fails at keeping things sorted and organized because it will sort them based off the size of the note.
So, like, they're not in order anymore. I don't remember what session you got to Astari in.
You don't
Tennis
know when
Phalaris.
document-
That is session.
got it.
So 11 or 12, yeah.
You could keep them all in the same document under different tabs.
Yeah, it's so much.
I liked this because I had him. This is technically the same document, different tabs, just a different sorting mechanism.
I just like
Actually,
this better.
it is session 12.
Yeah, it is.
It's the one that it's the only one that
Um,
Riley did actually. For
Maybe I
Nick's
didn't
notes.
write down his name.
Oh, did I write down his name?
Maybe.
No, you didn't.
Zakia.
Zakia
No,
is the
Zakia.
blue tiefling.
The
Maybe I didn't. Maybe you.
I don't think you asked for his name.
artificer.
That might be true.
I think I had a name and you never asked, and because you never asked, I never wrote it down.
Well, the tour got ruined quite
We can just make
quickly.
up a name for him right
It's
now.
fine. Yeah, I say it doesn't really matter. So you're gonna go find him.
David.
Just to ask if he's heard anything. I don't really
Just made up
expect
a
much.
name.
Okay. So You go start looking for him. Are any of you guys doing anything else?
Not today, I don't think.
I'm
Not before
currently
the fight.
making these posters.
Right,
that I
Jack's making a
picked
bunch
on.
of posters.
AKA just this one.
I think I'll just like go take a nap in a field somewhere.
Okay.
You could sleep in the tent still. We just have to set up the tent.
It's nice out.
So the three of you go and enjoy downtime while Sanric goes out to find the guard that initially brought you in. Make a investigation check.
Okay. Stop it. Okay. It's a fat 0.
Holy shit.
It takes you
That's
forever.
My entire day is
are
gone,
looking
dude.
for this guy, and the worst part is, if anyone knew you were looking for him specifically, it would be like you just missing him after every turn. Like you look in this spot, and then you leave the spot because he's not there, and then he gets there, and then so you don't go back and look because he's been there because you just looked there. Eventually, after about 3 hours of looking, you run into him. He doesn't, unless you flag him down, he's not going to pay you any mind.
I would walk up to him and be like, excuse me.
Oh, hello?
We've met each other before. I don't know if you remember, but
I remember briefly.
yeah, I just had a quick question.
Okay.
Do you hear much news from the outside world? World, but
Not a whole lot. We get what we can. The problem is, with the dome, most divination is blocked, so we can't go looking away. No one can go looking in. No one wants to leave the dome to go look in case someone scries on them.
oh, okay. So I'll ask this quickly. I don't expect you to know, but
If anyone would know, it would be the council. They supply information, but I'm sure they don't say every detail. I mean, that would be how would you put it? Tedious?
yeah. Have you happened to hear of anything about dragon riders?
Dragon riders, like as potential allies?
No, as enemies.
I'm sorry, they have dragons? I'm gonna need another drink. Oh, frick.
If it's any comfort, they're small. Well, big for me, but probably relatively small to you.
Until they're not? Oof, I need a drink. I need lots of drinks. There's
Well-
probably a reason they didn't tell people that.
Oh. Well,
If
I'm
you
s-
want
I'm
morale
sorry.
to go down, you tell people that you're going against dragons. What? No, never mind. I don't want to know what color they are.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry that I shared too much. I hope I didn't ruin your day. Okay, well, goodbye.
Didn't ruin my day, but you... It's good to know for going into battle, I guess. Oh boy. And he turns around and comes from the direction he was coming from, which was the bar.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I ruined this guy's
Day
day.
drinking.
It took him 3 hours. It's pretty much
Yeah.
like late afternoon at this point.
Yeah, if it took me that long, I'm probably
Five
just gonna,
o'clock.
and knowing that the only chance to get this information would be go to council, and I don't want to bother them, I'd be like, fine, and go back.
The
I don't know.
only other place where you would relatively think of anyone having any outside information that is tied closely to the council would be Zakia.
Guess I could do that. Yeah, I'll go
Assuming
take a
he's in
visit
his
to
shop.
the tinker shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go take a visit to the tinker shop or the artificer.
Not an artificer, just a tinker. Just
I
really
don't-
good at what he does.
It's just his workshop.
Dang.
He's
Yeah, I'll go
just a
visit there.
normal fighter.
Don't move anything.
So as you open the door, it rings some bells, and you hear from the back, "Just 1 minute." And then, walking to the front of the shop, you see Zakiya, soot covered over his face, goggles over his eyes. One of the eyes has a magnification lens over it, and he has 4 different options over the goggle, and he has 2 of them flipped down. He walks in. Ah, you're from the Order of the Echoes, or whatever you guys called yourselves, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I recognize you. You're this there. How can I help you? Is there anything I can fix, repair? And he flips his goggles up. There's an outline of the soot. What can I do for you?
Oh, nothing much. I was actually, and sorry if I pulled you away from your work, but I was wondering if you knew anything about dragon riders.
I know what you guys initially reported while you were away. I know we sent out scouts, but communications are a bit difficult. I don't have direct details. I'm not on the council, but I'm basically on the council, if you know what I'm saying. Let me think. To put it simply, it hasn't worsened since the last time you said anything about it. That doesn't make it good. We both know that's not good. But, could be worse. Could be worse. They could have acid dragons.
That would make it significantly worse.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the acid dragons are slightly weaker than the red ones. But I would rather get burned than hit with acid. Granted, I'm naturally resistant to fire, but...
Well, yes. So, nothing's changed from what you've heard?
Nope. Still bad, though.
Well...
We
Yes.
have an army now. So, cheers to you for that one.
Well, again, I would thank mostly my friend Jack, but thank you, regardless.
I mean, it was like a...
You're
it was
welcome,
like
regardless.
it was like a royal you. Like, all of you kind of cheers.
He's
Okay.
glazing the D20 roll.
Mm-hmm.
Said he's glazing my D20, my nat 20 roll.
Oh.
Dude, it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That deserves. It's gonna be a highlight. Anyway, yeah, that I will kindly say my farewells and leave.
As you go to leave, he stops you right before you walk in and he goes, out of curiosity, how long are you guys back for?
We don't know. We don't exactly know what our next mission will be or what we want to do next.
Do you know if your friend, Noah would be coming back to the shop at all? She is a great
You mentioned
help
it.
out here. She's really good at helping, like, with all of this stuff. Got a knack for it. It's very helpful for when I'm working on, well, and he, like, gestures to his face. Dangerous things.
She mentioned it for a bit. I'll tell her that you're interested.
I can pay. I have no problem paying for someone's services to help out. Specifically when I know they're qualified. That is the difficult part. I had someone who wasn't qualified once. Whew, buddy, he lost a couple fingers. He was not happy about it, even though I warned him. But what can you do?
Oh,
Yes,
well,
qualified help is hard to come by in my line of work.
okay. Well, yeah. I'll let Noah know that you are asking for her help. I'm sure
Thank
she
you,
won't
my
mind it.
small friend.
Okay, well, I wish you a good day. And I'll like reach up and turn the door handle and walk
Back
out.
to it, and he puts the goggles back on and walks. Small friend. I said friend. There was a D. I might be glitching a bit. You're my friend now. We'll get eating soft tacos later. He You watch as he turns and he walks back to what he was doing, and he goes, "All right, round 2." And then you don't hear anything else when the door closes.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. I'll head back to camp, I guess, and if I run into Noah as soon as I run into Noah, I'll tell her.
Not unless you're wandering through the outskirts in a field.
Is that what you're
Is
doing?
that where you're sleeping?
I am sleeping in a field.
No, no way. Well,
I'm babysitting.
Ooh.
Wick.
you're just poking it with a stick.
I've definitely
He's
given
like,
him a fire.
"Here's a
if
twig.
We're here.
Here's a twig. Here's a twig." And it's just that for 4 hours straight.
Twig. Not too far off, but
Okay,
He's just,
well,
like, sitting there, like,
I'm assuming I would know wherever Jack and Noah if you're both gone, or Noah if it's.
I don't know.
just you.
Did you tell anyone where you're going, or did you just kind of like peel away from the group and just
I think I wandered off. I think I wandered off.
What?
SOA? I don't know what that is.
I mean, he can look for me, but
What is SAO?
Sword Art
you
Online.
guys don't know what Sword Art Online is?
Oh
Do
my
I look
God.
like I watch
That's
anime?
crazy.
Don't answer that, please. I know the answer
It's
is
probably
yes.
like the most
Yeah.
like anime. You
It's like
could
the most
watch.
controversial anime of like the last 10 years.
Controversial anime. I
Yeah, I don't know
highly
about that
highly
one.
disagree. Redo of Healer exists.
So my
Oh my
controversial
God.
anime
Okay.
is all of them because the only one I've seen is a quarter of Full Metal Alchemist.
You've seen
Full
Invincible.
Metal Alchemist.
Invincible's not an anime.
It's an animation. It's an anime.
Anime is a Japanese cartoon.
Nope.
By
All shootings are
definition,
not cartoons.
a 2D animation is not anime. By definition. I'm pretty sure. Hang on, we're
You're
gonna
right.
Railroad this for anime.
A Japanese film or television animation.
What can I say? I've had to defend this stance before. Because I go, I've never watched anime, and someone goes, yes, you have. And I said, what? And they're like, well, that 2D show you watched. And I went, wrong.
Actually, no.
According to my calculations.
um,
I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm a little
I have
sorry.
nothing I want to do until the fight.
So you all
Get this back.
Go off to your own devices. Are we doing anything before we go to bed?
I would like to tell Noah about this, but she's making it difficult.
I am not making it difficult.
Can I turn into a deer and track her down?
even another.
crazy.
Well, you can certainly try, but are you guys planning on meeting up for the fight tomorrow night? Day and a half, yeah. So you start in the morning, half a day would put you in like noon, and then the next day at noon. So like the next day around mid-afternoon is the fight. So thank
I
you,
don't
Nick.
plan on.
I mean,
staying
obviously, me and
forever.
Teo
I
are
just
meeting
took a
up.
nap.
I can't. I'm not switching OBS over to Discord for this. But I should. Hang on. I'm gonna add another scene.
Did
Scene
you?
three.
Are you looking at the chat, Devin?
I'm not.
You should.
Probably should.
What? Is this what you do all game, Nick? You're just over here typing stuff.
Yeah, I
We
put
all
stupid
do.
shit in here.
There we go. Switch the stream over to that real quick. Make sure that that goes. Just so everyone
Boom.
knows what we're going on about here. What just
Hmm.
derailed the whole thing?
This is so stupid.
Oh my god. Now that I have that, I can go do side tangents a bit more easily. Okay. I'm gonna rename the scene real quick.
Oh my goodness.
And then scene 2 is renamed.
It's gonna frick me up.
to-
I'm just imagining someone
Hands.
holding a Nokia stone, just like, what do you think of the fight?
Okay. Sorry, none of my scenes were labeled, and I only had 2, so it wasn't a problem. But now I have 3. I'm gonna confuse myself. So, all right.
Can I track down Noah
You can certainly try.
as a dog?
I genuinely don't know. You can certainly try. Do you have her scent? You would need someone sent to track them by smell, which is assuming what you're doing.
He's got intuition.
When
Now, this is an important question for you to answer. Do you know what Noah smells like?
The answer would be
Yes.
definitely yes, because you guys travel a lot together. The other answer is he's a dog, so that would be heightened, so that would make sense. And the third answer is, do you have it readily able to follow? Where would you think her scent is? I would say make a
Well-
perception check. No, make an
not
investigation
survival?
check.
Not survival.
Survival works too. You can do that. Make a survival or investigation check. To find the scent.
24.
All right, so you go to a spot where Noah was when you split up. You go right back to that same spot. You turn into a dog, and you start sniffing around for a bit. It takes you about 2 minutes before you catch what would be her scent. Go ahead, and now you can make a... I'm not switching the scenes every time you send a GIF. I'm not.
No, I know. I wasn't expecting you to. That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop sending stupid stuff.
Stop.
Get back here, Noah. Where? Stop. Laying in the flowers.
Make a survival check. I'd say with advantage because you are doggo.
$25.
Stop. All right. Eventually, so Sandrick's been gone for 3 hours. So about 3.5 hours after you split from the party, Noah, you see a dog start coming, like sniffing the ground, not looking up, like walking towards you. He's a good 30 feet out.
Oh.
Sandrick, you look up and you see Noah about 30 feet from you.
You're gonna just see me like 30 feet away from you from a dog, transform into Sandrick,
Oh.
and be like, hey, sorry, I tracked you down. I caught your scent back there.
What an odd thing to say.
What a weird thing to say.
Well, I'm just gonna be awkwardly standing in the field, like, well, I talked to, oh, my brain, I literally know it. Let me cook. Zakia. Anyway, I talked to Zakia, and he said, and he was wondering if you were gonna come in and help him. Said he would pay you.
Oh yeah, for sure. As soon as I wake up. Yeah.
The
Okay,
fight's tomorrow.
Yeah, I was. Just goes awkwardly after saying that, like, okay, well, good. I'll see you tomorrow. Are you just gonna stay out here in this field?
No, that's probably not smart. I'll head back eventually. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, alright, goodbye. And you're just gonna see 2'7" me start walking away.
Awkward
I like
shuffle.
that.
You're like you're still like, I'm assuming you didn't like stand up for this. So you just like sat up while
No.
laying on the ground, and you just watch him just like turn around. And you just like, the most awkward interaction ever.
To sleep, I guess.
I love Cedric so much. Okay,
What an awkward character.
he's my favorite. He's just me. If he was short.
Dude,
No, it's
he
just
was
like,
a
I guess
man
we're doing
that
this.
literally
It's-
lost his memories, and so it made him super insecure. 'Cause he didn't understand anything. And then he got
Me
all his
too.
memories back, and now he's just like, oh, that's weird.
This might as well happen.
Sandrick is literally me, but shorter and with more hate crimes.
Yeah, and then I spontaneously do violence.
She's like, ah! Where did that come from? Though? He's just a sweet little halfling.
That's a little boy.
This orc just wants to survive, you know. Maybe we should let it. I rip it in half.
Bite off his head.
I'm wrong.
Rip his spine out from just give him the Doctor
He goes
Doom
against the
treatment.
natural order. He
All
goes
right.
against the natural order.
That is the natural order. What are you going on about? You can't have balance if you only have one thing. Anyway, so
The tails are skipped too. Okay, go ahead.
you all take your night's rest wherever you wish to take your night's rest. In the fields, in the tent, in an inn, if you so desire. You all wake up for the next day. You have, I'd say you all sleep in. There's a bit of jet lag between jumping to the basically where the equator is.
I just look dead in this field. Goodness.
There's a stupid bug on my screen. Okay. I'd say you have probably about 5 hours before match. You all wake up in your respective places, wherever you wish to have slept. The day is yours to do what you will.
I'll go hang out in the workshop. If they're gonna pay me, I mean, yeah.
So as you walk into the workshop, you hear Zakia in the back go, "Just a minute, I'll be right there." And he walks out, absolutely just covered in soot, like even more dirty than he was before. He like lifts his goggles, that the goggles have like, caked on a layer. He goes, and he like yawns, and like grabs his face for a second and looks at you and goes, "Oh, are you here to help?"
Yeah, I might have been a dream, might have been real, but friend came, said you needed help.
The small one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, he was in here last night asking questions about dragons.
Dragons.
Hey, he wanted to know any more updates about the dragon riders.
Oh.
There
Yeah.
wasn't really much to tell. If you're here to work, I have work. I fell asleep again.
Yeah, I do that too. It's part of the trade.
I was like underneath it, and then like I fell asleep, goggles on. I
You're
was
underneath
out.
it.
What I was working on, yes.
You're not supposed to fall asleep under them. The steam. It's bad for your pores.
Right, well, I'm aware, and then like covered in soot. I really need to go take like a bath or something.
Explain to me the project. You go bathe or shower or whatever. I'll work on it.
Well, I mean well, you're probably skilled enough. Come, I'll show you. And he brings you into the back and he shows you the blueprints of what he's working on, and it is a very intricate design. And he doesn't show you everything. He shows you the one component he's working on, which does involve what looks to be black powder and fire and stuff. And it's a decently big component. And like you can see where like he was laying underneath it working on it when he fell asleep. You get the idea that when you walked in the store, you woke him up. And he like shows you all the things that you need to do, and he goes, "I will leave you to it.
Mhm.
I will be back with some good berries from my friend."
Very nice. Good luck. Don't drown.
Fair enough. He takes his goggles off and he goes, "You might want these."
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
They're really nice goggles.
They are. The magnification is crazy.
Yep, there's 2 different sides, each with like different sets of controls, and they have like 4 lenses on each. And you have to clean the soot off of them though. Like every one of the lenses is covered in soot. So you get started on that. The 3 of you, are we doing anything pre-match?
I feel like Sandrick would be very nervous, so he's gonna get there early and just like, warm up.
Me too.
See if
I'll
I can
follow
see
him.
the champions while I'm there.
I got a claimed the best spot.
So all of you
Absolutely.
arrive early to the match.
Wait, we never got to see his poster. Did
Yeah,
we?
you'll see it. You'll see it when you guys are fighting, bro. That's how that
Oh,
works.
what about the cheer?
Oh.
It's gonna be like,
Oh.
go champions.
So you guys appear about 5 hours
You're
early.
crazy.
Mommy.
No, except for Noah, who's not there. The guy at the booth, as you walk up, he goes, what the match isn't for another few hours.
Oh, I'm just early. I'm a little nervous, so just getting the shakes out.
Yes, well, I mean, you should have every reason to be. Don't worry about it. All right,
so
well,
can I-
if you wish to get ready in the pit for the next few hours or so, can.
Could I quick ask you a question?
I mean, can I?
In your personal opinion, how good are the champions?
There's a reason they have the term champion in front of their names.
He
Like-
also just said that he didn't believe in us.
I
Like-
said no such things. You look perfectly capable. Sizes up the 2'7" halfling.
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
Yeah, okay.
My character just rolls a 2.
He's not convincing.
Do you think? What do you think? Do you think we stand a chance?
I
No, he
think
doesn't.
you're going to put on one heck of a show.
Oh,
Crazy.
okay. Well,
If you wish to go get ready in your section, you may enter this way, and he points to like a spot that like leads to like what would be like a dugout like entrance to your spot of the pit. And then he goes to Jack. We're not really admitting guests, but if you really want to sit around for that many hours, I guess you can go sit in whatever seat you want. That's
I
not-
would probably
It's a
go
specific
find
one.
something else to do and then come back like 3 hours before and get 2 dangerously good spots.
Okay.
dangerously good.
So you two are gonna go sit in the dugout for like 5 hours.
I'm gonna climb around in the stands too, just for fun.
So you're gonna go in where the dugout is, and then like climb out your way into the stands.
Just start.
Yeah,
stealing,
Okay, so
bleachers.
it is a pit at the bottom. The pit is like a
I can
good
jump
like
really good though.
10 feet high. You're that's true. It is 10 feet high though. Can you jump that? I don't know
I
what your
think
jumps
so.
are.
Oh god, I know
Also,
I can have like
there's a gate
but-
into the pit. So you're like in the dugout area, and there's a gate, so you can't just like get into the pit area. Granted, this isn't the most intricately built thing. There's probably a way to get into the stands.
Fill the door.
Maybe.
So at
I
some
think I
point
can.
within the 5 hours, I would
so
eventually
yeah,
go
fair.
back
Okay.
to the announcer and ask if totems would count.
Define
My totem.
totems.
Oh, sorry, my spiritual totems. I can create kind of a semi-summon. That
Well, summons initially aren't technically allowed. It's supposed to be, well, a one-on-one, or well, in this case, a two-on-two fight. It's just you and the other people. Just you and your opponent going at it. Just the two of you, 4 of you. You don't usually do these kind of matches.
well,
Just
you see, it's
that.
not like a summon per se. It's just like a spiritual invigoration.
A vibe.
Your fights, get out of my lobby.
How do I describe magic as not magic?
What does your totem do specifically?
It just sits there, and I can move it,
Okay.
and it gives me a boost to something depending on what I summon. So it's like a hawk.
I'll
I
say no one else is using support-like magic besides strictly healing. So
Okay.
I'm going to have to say if you do that, I can't say we're going to kick you out, but the crowd might not be very entertained, and you don't put on a good show, you don't make as much coin, and your opponents might get a little upset and then not go as easy on you as they might originally, or they might try extra hard. I've seen it happen in just normal battles. Someone went to get the upper edge, and it caused their opponent to get a little annoyed, and instead of what was a casual match, turned into a beatdown.
Okay, well, I don't want to start any trouble. Just curious.
The only trouble you're starting is for yourself. Go ahead and try it.
All right. Yeah, and then that'll be it. That's all I wanted to ask.
Why did the council allow such a thing?
It's regulated.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the type of thing where it's like, oh, people don't die in the Coliseum, and then the guy looks at you and goes, yeah, but accidents happen. that's the type.
It's regulated. It's regulated.
Clerics exist, which is a good thing. There's probably a healer on standby.
You best believe Gilshaz is on speed dial.
This is like the Sunfire games from the D&D movie.
No.
I did one time.
So, we doing anything else before the fight?
I'll go find Steven. Bring him with me.
You gonna go find Steven?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, just as a note, unless someone else took Wick, I left him at the campsite.
Oh,
I mean,
That's wrong.
you're not bringing it with you? Oh, right, because... Oh,
I'm not putting him in my
right,
pocket
someone
for
else
this.
as in a party member. Got it. Is any...
Yeah,
or
take him. Actually, I've not seen you today. Never mind.
Oh yeah, you were in a field.
Jack, were you
Actually,
around
I
them when
think
you
he-
slept, or did you sleep somewhere else too?
Probably was around them.
Okay. Do you take Wick? He's reluctant, but he will go. It took you a bit of convincing, but he eventually went over to Jack.
Don't have any wood.
I'll give him like a lot of sticks.
So you have a pocket full of sticks and Wick, who's just slowly eating them. So, you go and find Steven. Make a investigation check. Or perception, your choice.
So, me, perception, 4.
Well, or
anyways.
investigation, whatever.
Oh, investigation, hold on.
It was either.
My bad. Oh,
Or you can
A
make
12.
Persuasion check, or general charisma, not persuasion. 12. Okay.
dude, you gotta start telling me because
I said
all 3 of those-
investigation or perception, your choice. Was the first thing I said. I said investigation twice before I said or perception, technically.
12.
Okay.
I also have a question.
What?
Does Wick feed off of magical flame?
The Janazi was magical.
He got off his hair.
Kind of. It's not as feeling for him as real kindling or real carbon-based items.
So, okay, so theoretically,
I think it's carbon-based. I think that's the right term.
Kinda.
I guess it's just burning. I was gonna see what would happen if, I don't know, like an explosion happened and then he was like,
He could.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he could. I don't know.
because it's
Are you gonna
technically
find
heat
out?
and technically
Are
flame.
you asking if he can consume a fireball?
Well,
Is that-
I was thinking like black powder. Explosion.
That's not a magical explosion. That's black powder.
He
Yeah,
can come
no.
hang out with me if he wants.
That's only if he knows where you are.
Fair.
So, it takes you probably a good hour to find him, but you eventually do see Steven working at what would be considered the library. It's not a great library. It's just whatever books people have brought that didn't want anymore, and that just became a collection.
Hey, I have some of those.
So as
Steven.
you see him look up from the book he's writing, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Hi. I take it you did whatever you were doing before and you're back for a bit?
Yeah, you know, I'm glad to see that you made it here safely. You know, it's a pretty treacherous
Me too.
adventure. I'm surprised you got here so fast, to be honest.
I didn't. It took me like 2 months, month and a half.
Fair. So you've been here for like what, a month and a half to a month?
About a month.
Pretty solid.
Most of your month, like your journey, most of you being gone was the journeying portion. You weren't really, like, you were in the Elven area for like a week max, 2 weeks, week and a half. So he's been here for about a month.
So I see you set up a little library. You know.
Well, I mean, I didn't set it up. I just help work here, regulate it. You know, something I've always done. Familiar grounds and all that.
You know, Sandrick and Teo are going to be fighting at the Coliseum. You should totally come
Really?
and watch them.
Who's
Yes.
Teo?
Other friend, haven't met them. You will.
All right. You're buying seats. I'll go.
I really need to find Noah.
All right. Well, where would
She
she
has
be?
nobody.
You know, she could be in like 5 spots, probably.
All right. Well, I mean, we can go now.
Yeah. So first
Everything I
spot
do
we
here is
check.
like volunteer work, so it's
First we check the camp, and then we check like near the council area, and then
okay. Zakia's shop is
Probably-
closer to the council area.
oh well, then we'd probably stop there.
Okay, so that's stop 3. So you spend the next like 30 minutes walking around, and eventually you enter Zakia's shop.
I mean, option 4 was a random puddle. Trying to scry, so
Actually, explaining it, that's fair.
So you enter Zakia's shop after about 30 minutes of looking around with Steven. He looks around and goes, "This is amazing." Zakia, who is in the back, as hearing the door open, is already walking over and goes, "I know, isn't it? It's a beautiful place." He goes, "Do you have magic to do all this?" He goes, "Oh, absolutely not." That's impressive. I know, isn't it? Anyway, how can I help you guys?
I need Noah.
Hey, it's for you.
Oh. Oh, it's Jack. Okay. What's up?
I specifically
Do you
need
have-
gold to
can-
be
just-
able to get seats.
Just-
for the
Just for
Coliseum.
my clarification, are you still wearing his goggles, and are you covered in soot?
Both, yes.
Okay, so Noah walks up wearing Zakia's goggles that you notice he's not wearing, covered completely in soot. Zakia is also covered completely in soot. And Noah and there you continue now.
I'm just gonna act like it's normal, anyways.
It
So
is.
I need some gold to get the seats for the Coliseum. Are you gonna show up after you're done with this whole thing? So, like, should I get a seat for you or?
I'll go. It's at
It's like
noon.
4 hours from now.
4-ish. Yeah, I can
3.5.
get there.
3.5 hours.
Ish. I
There's
can
a
make
fight going down in the Coliseum. Are your friends participating? Are you participating?
I am not participating. I don't nearly look it, so trust me, I won't. Yeah. What do you know about the champions?
Nothing. I haven't been to any of the fights.
Oh, fire.
I normally work through them, but your friends are going to be there then? Yes, they're fighting.
Yes.
Small man's fighting?
that
Small
is a
man's
bear.
fighting.
Do me a favor, save me a seat. I'll be there. I want to see this.
For sure, for sure.
Yep.
How much gold do you
He's
need?
never seen a short man fight before.
Wasn't it like how many per seat was it?
You didn't ask.
Didn't he say like admissions was 20 gold?
No, that was to be a fighter.
Oh,
No. A seat would probably be like 5 silver.
You
They're not
know,
expensive.
I'm not sure how much a seat exactly costs, but you know, I'm sure if you give me like, I don't know, 10 gold, it'll probably cover it.
Sure.
Dang.
I give him 10 gold.
I just overestimated unbelievably.
Hey man, I'd rather have too much money than not enough when it comes to buying stuff.
Is there a casino? No, I'm joking.
Let's go
It's
gambling!
it's a joke. All right, so I will save 3. I'll save you guys 2 seats, and see you when around when it starts.
I'll see you when it starts. Nice seeing you, Steven. Glad to know you're still alive.
Somehow, I am. Not really sure how. My brain still hurts a lot.
Oh,
But-
yeah, it comes and goes.
Here we are. It sure does.
Sure does. It does what it do, Yugi.
It does what it does, Yugi. What are you doing back there? And Sakia just looks at him and smiles, and he goes, "Unfortunately, I can't really disclose that. She doesn't even know what we're working on."
No. A lot of soot, a lot of metal.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be grand. One of my best designs yet.
I'll
You'll
figure
see it when the world is ready for it. Which means
It's a bomb.
when it's done. But who knows when that'll be. Good luck, friends. Save me a spot for the show. We have some work to finish. This is gonna take some time. He starts walking back, already pulling out his tinker's tools.
We're here all week. We can work on it.
Well, we gotta finish the spot we're at.
Oh, and then okay.
Yeah. We need to at least get through that bit so we can get to and he pulls out the blueprint so we can get to here, and then we can start working on the other pieces. That'll take a majority of the week. This is the easy part, and he shows you a very complicated blueprint.
If you showed me the full thing, I could probably figure out a more efficient way to do
Not
this.
allowed to do that. I'm technically under contact by the. Oh, it's so stupid. I would
I'm
show
taking
you.
we on the console, guys.
I'm technically on the console, everybody, but really I'm not. If I could show you
No,
the whole
fair.
thing, I would. But first off, it's one of my pride and joys of inventions, so I can't just do that. Plus,
I'll never tell them. Never.
make a persuasion
That's
check.
I won't.
Make a persuasion check.
18.
He looks at you with a wide grin and goes, "Oh, right, I really want to show someone this. Someone who understands." And he shows you the full blueprints of what looks to be a portable arcane cannon
Oh.
set up with
a bomb.
well, it
A
functions with the leverage of like the way a trebuchet will sway, so that it doesn't go flying backwards. It stays in its spot. Yes, he's Oppenheimer. No, but the weird bit isn't it's not like a cannon. It has 4 revolving barrels, and you're working on one of the actual barrels right now, and it uses special. It's not like a bullet casing, but it uses special capsules for loading black powder. So instead of having to like front load it with black powder, you just open the back cover, take your bag of black powder, dump some in, slap it shut, so you don't have to like front load it every time.
It loads like a Nerf gun.
Each of the cannons have like a spout on the top for not only exhaust but to feed your cannonball or whatever ammo you want to use into it. And it has arcane runes on, or the blueprints do at least have arcane runes set on the inside of every single one of the barrels to make the barrels of it do something specific. And he's basically taken the cannon technology and like took 4 cannons, put them together, added a sway bar to it, and then made it so that they were more efficient to load.
How are you gonna get the runes on there?
That's Tauros's job, not mine. Not worrying about it.
Noted. Okay.
That's crazy work.
It is
Yeah,
what
they
we
want
were.
they want as many of these as I can make. So as long as you're here to help, this will be so much easier.
You could also use alchemist fire along with black powder.
Well, I don't have. I don't. I could. Yeah, but the smoke is so cool.
Well, you could do half and half, so half the barrels do black powder, the other half do alchemist fire.
The
and
problem
you
is
don't
normal people have to load this, and if you drop alchemist fire on yourself, but if you just drop black powder, then it's like, oh well, just don't go near a candle for a little bit.
It is not my fault that people are less cool.
Right, I know, right? There's this drawback of making things for other people.
No,
Some
you're
people are
right.
so
You're
stupid.
right. You're right. Okay, we'll figure this out.
We can workshop something that'll work. But for now, this is the design I have because this is the time I've been given. I'm sure we can make it better.
Big gun.
Beginning.
Big gun.
This is like the design looks like it's designed to go on like a ship. Like it's not meant to be super portable yet.
We're literally like making a Nerf gun, but a cannon
Kinda.
with like powder instead of darts. But like,
That's a gun.
it's I don't. Yeah.
It's a cannon.
Basically.
It's basically just a cannon that's easier to load, has 4 barrels that like
Yeah.
can revolve and are easy to reload.
So it's a cannon gun.
It's a cannon.
It's
Good enough.
designed to be operated with 2 people. Like a
People
normal
who are
cannon,
supposedly
but can
non-magic.
shoot faster and is going to have runes on it so that it can shoot better munitions.
A fish in the sea. Sorry.
Anyway.
efficiency.
Are we doing anything else?
It's just. Oh my God! It's the mini shark from Terraria.
It is not the mini shark from Terraria. It is
It's the
not a mini shark.
it's-
That is a
it's
mini
the
gun that looks like a shark. That's what the mini shark is. This is not a mini gun. Because a mini gun is a turret that you hold. This cannon barrel is bigger than a person. You are not holding this. This is a cannon.
It's a really big mini shark.
Pepper boxes
It's-
don't exist
It's
yet.
it's the big shark.
No one knows what a pepper box is.
Pistols haven't been invented yet. No flintlocks exist. No one knows what pepper boxes is. Pepper boxes.
Does cancer exist yet?
Yes.
You wish.
No.
You're giving it to me. Right
Oh.
now. I'm gonna have a stroke.
Oh, it's a linguistic
I
joke.
hate you.
That's all I can think of.
That's the perfect response to that joke. Did he leave?
I think he
Alright.
did.
Devin, pop quiz. What did we just find out?
I have no idea. I'm so out of it. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I put it in the notes and then I put in bold. Only no one knows. Don't worry, I missed out on like the whole recap that the Kingdom gave us because I was making this sick ass poster.
I figured you weren't actually here. Anyway, are we doing anything else before the fight?
Besides trying to delay it to push it to next session to prep for it.
Well, I already have it prepped.
Well then, what were we doing? No, I'm
I
joking.
don't know. It's up to you guys. I was letting you guys do things. Also, we started late. We were probably gonna go over if we started combat by the time we got to the point of where we could have anyway. So it's probably fine where we're at. I'm just asking for recap, not recap, wrap up for right now. Are we doing anything else? Or are we gonna go straight to the fight?
No, eventually me and Zakia find a stopping point. We go find our seats.
Yeah, you
Do
guys
we
are
wanna do
covered
the-
in soot, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't have time to like shower or anything.
So yeah, unless you have
You have
magical means-
prestidigitation.
Oh, prestidigitation.
Jeez, crazy.
Prestidigitation, both of us.
He just looks at you and goes, "You couldn't have done that this morning."
I have bad memory, man.
Fair
It's
enough.
part of the thing.
Let's go.
That's crazy work.
And, like,
You know what I say? I say we push the fight to the next session so that we
That's-
start with the fight and it'll get us going. Because I am so
Devin, what
tired
time
right
is
now,
it?
and I feel
Devin,
so bad.
Devin, what time is it?
It is 9 o'clock.
No, it's almost
It's-
10.
He's on
Buddy.
Internet Explorer. It's okay.
I'm in
He's a different
Wisconsin.
time zone.
Right, you're in Wisconsin. Yeah. So,
Look,
no. Yes. So, you all take your seats. Get ready. The crowd comes in. You pay your 2 gold for all 4 of you to sit down in the stands. You two getting ready for the fight as you watch a familiar, not one you've spoken with, but one you've definitely seen before. A familiar Azamir goes down into the center of the stadium and rises up on a singular 5-foot platform to be match level with the bottom row of the crowd. And he goes, actually, I'm not going to dialogue him because I'm going to have to re-dialogue it next time. So, you watch as he goes level with the crowd and gets ready to introduce everyone. This is a member of the council. You don't
Is it
know
the
his
one that
name.
gets
Uh-oh.
mad?
You don't know who this person is. But this looks to be the announcer for the show.
So guys, I took a rock punk inspiration, and this is what I got.
oh
beautiful
my
gift.
gosh. Thank you, Nick. Let's
That's
go.
lovely, actually.
We have to win now.
So,
We have to win.
next
The
session,
fairy inspiration.
we will start with the gladiator match. But we're going to wrap it up here for now because we don't have time for combat.
The
And I'm
fairy
a vegetable over
inspiration
here, dude.
is the easiest thing I could think of, which is the fairy from The Legend of Zelda that just sits there and goes,